In the summer of 1962, the industrial city of Novocherkassk in the Soviet Union became the epicenter of a tragic confrontation between the people and the state. The Novocherkassk Massacre, a harrowing episode in Soviet history, unfolded as workers took to the streets to protest economic hardships and the repressive policies of the Soviet government. This article delves into the events leading to the massacre and the brutal suppression of the uprising by the Soviet army. 1. Background: economic struggles and labor unrest. The article sets the stage by examining the economic challenges faced by the people of Novocherkassk. Amid rising food prices and economic difficulties, factory workers were burdened by harsh conditions, sparking discontent and labor unrest. 2. Precursors to protest. Unrest escalates. As dissatisfaction grew, the article outlines the sequence of events leading to the workers' decision to stage a protest. Their grievances included not only economic hardships, but also discontent with the rigid policies of the Soviet government and the lack of workers' rights. 3. June 1, 1962, workers take to the streets. Detailing the pivotal day of June 1, 1962, the article describes how thousands of workers marched through the streets of Novocherkassk, demanding better working conditions, higher wages, and an end to the oppressive policies of the Soviet regime. 4. Soviet response. The tragic turning point. The narrative unfolds as the Soviet authorities, alarmed by the scale of the protest, decided to crush the dissent with force. The article examines the decisions made at the highest levels of government, including the deployment of the military to quell the uprising. 5. Novocherkassk Massacre, a brutal crackdown. The heart of the article explores the tragic events of the Novocherkassk Massacre. Soviet troops, armed with orders to suppress the protest, opened fire on the unarmed crowd. The massacre resulted in a significant number of casualties, with many workers paying the ultimate price for their demands. 6. Silencing the aftermath, secrecy and repression. The article delves into the aftermath of the massacre, revealing the Soviet government's efforts to suppress information about the event. Reports were concealed, and survivors were intimidated into silence, creating a climate of fear and repression. 7. The impact on Novocherkassk and the nation. Examining the immediate and long-term impact, the article considers how the Novocherkassk massacre reverberated within the city and across the Soviet Union. The event left scars on the collective memory of the people and deepened their mistrust of the government. 8. The thaw's end. Novocherkassk and Khrushchev's downfall. The Novocherkassk massacre played a role in the unraveling of the Khrushchev era's relative liberalization, known as the thaw. The article explores how the violent suppression of the protest contributed to the erosion of Nikita Khrushchev's political standing, leading to his eventual downfall. 9. Perestroika and acknowledgement. Unveiling the truth. It wasn't until the era of perestroika that the truth about the Novocherkassk massacre began to emerge. The article discusses how, with the relaxation of censorship, the event was acknowledged, allowing for a more open discussion of this dark chapter in Soviet history. 10. Legacy. Remembering Novocherkassk. The article concludes by reflecting on the lasting legacy of the Novocherkassk massacre. The event serves as a poignant reminder of the lengths to which the Soviet government went to suppress dissent and the resilience of individuals who, in the face of brutality, sought to voice their grievances. Conclusion. Novocherkassk 1962. The tragedy of Soviet suppression unravels a pivotal moment in Soviet history when the aspirations of the working class collided with the repressive apparatus of the state. The Novocherkassk massacre stands as a stark testimony to the sacrifices made by those who dared to challenge the Soviet regime, and it serves as a lasting reminder of the complexities and tragedies of the Cold War era.